Hi guys, welcome back to my channel again. So I decided that I've been seeing a lot of this story time thing floating around YouTube and stuff like that, and I've actually been listening to some pretty cool pretty inspiring stories. Like some couple of stories like has been really inspiring from people telling their story. Some story time can be really funny and some can be really like heartfelt and touching. So that's why I'm sharing mine with you. Oops, sorry, Snapchat. This could be a little bit of a long video, so just grab a cup of tea or popcorn, and I hope you do enjoy this video and you learn one or two things from my story. As you can see from the title of the story, it says that my friend snatched my boyfriend, right? Snatched. And I'm using that term snatch because when I narrated this story to a fellow YouTuber here on YouTube, Linda, which she's more big sister to me, even though we're kind of like age mates, but she's older than me by a couple of months, but I kind of see her as an elder sister that I never had to give me advice and to like talk to me. Like I really love her, and she's technically my in-law, so yes, we're sharing the love. And when I started the story, she said that there's nothing so called such as snatched, and she just said that basically if the guy was gonna leave, he was gonna leave, that he wasn't meant for you. But let me get into the story before I get you guys confused. So back when I was living in Ireland and I was in my undergrad, I was young, I was naive, I'm sure a lot of us been there, through there, done that, so at the beginning of the term year, a lot of people come in, like new people and things like that. So there was this guy I met, and he was really nice, and I think he used to live in London before, so he had that London accent which kind of like tripped me a little bit, and I was a bit of a church boy, and I have something about, like, I have a thing for church boys, right? I love church boys. It's just so like, just trips me, anyway. So I was a church boy, and when I was back in uni, we had this group like of girls that we hang around, right? And in my humanities department, it was like two like Nigerian girls, and we used to hang out a lot. In the science department, there was like 2 people. In the accounting department, there's like 2 people. So like usually during when we have a break together, we all gather around, like about maybe 6 to 8, 10 of us. And between that 6 to 8, 10 of us, we used to chit chat. Like if you went to the same uni like I did, you would know my group, you would know us, you would know. There's no way you would know us, right? Because we used to be the cool girls back then. Cool girls. Anyway, so we would chat and everything. So and among this particular set of like we girls, there's like about 4 of them living in a house. And usually I used to go to that house like to chill out, to have lunch, like turn up the music, go crazy. Like back then when you're a uni student, you know how crazy it can get, right? So we used to like turn out to the man guy and everything. And towards that time when I met him, we started dating and stuff like that. So I told like this set of girls and everything, and they were excited. That you can get excited now when a guy is striking you up and everything. So at that particular time, I had a little bit of an issue at home, so I was literally like avoiding going home and stuff. So sometimes I would crash at this girl's house, like this people, like this set of girls' houses, and crash and everything. So we're really close. We're more like sisters. We talk to each other about everything. So I told like all of them like what was going on at home, difficulty I was facing, the challenges and everything. And they'll like advise me, and they'll be like, oh, it's not the end of the world, blah blah blah. Like meanwhile I was dating this guy when I had this issue at home, so I kind of like I didn't tell him everything I was going on at home. I just said that I just have a little bit of issue going on at home, and he was like, oh, pray about it and things like that. So we're dating and everything was good for like a few weeks. So like a few weeks turned into like 2 months. I think I'd say around 2 months. So and this particular like set of girls, like my friends, well, some of them are still my friends, but my friends, they I told them like they know about the guy that I was dating, the guy, like everybody in that group knew that I was dating the guy. So 2 months after, he called me and was like, oh, meanwhile the guy would always hang out with my set, like my groups of friends, and so he would bring some of his friends over and we'll chill and everything. And in school as well, his group will hang out with my groups, like even to the extent that one of his friends was even dating my own friend as well in my group. And so everything was good, like I was like, right. So about 2 months later, he called me. I was like, oh, he can't continue this relationship anymore, yada yada yada, you know, for reasons like, you know, you guys know this is normal story. So I was like really upset. I was like, oh my god, like why? Like I have issues that I'm dealing with at home. Like now this one again, like God, why are you hating on me? Like literally, I was like, literally, God, you literally hate me. Like when I someone that I find solace in, that I can talk to and everything. He just broke up with, not it just, well, yeah, he broke up with me and stuff, and I was just like, wow, I was really upset about it, you know. And then I went to tell this my set of friends that, oh, this is what's going on and everything, and they're like, oh, it's not the end of the world, blah blah blah, you know. So along the line, a few weeks later, I started suspecting some things. And me, when I suspect things, I would not say anything. I would want you to tell me yourself, because there's one thing like assuming things, and there's one thing, you know, confirming things. So, you know, I began my assumptions and I was assuming until I confirmed. And when I confirmed, I would not say anything. I would let your conscience bite you, that you will have no choice than to tell me what's eating you up, that you can't talk to me about, if you know what I mean. So a few weeks later, I shall noticed that this guy was really close with my other friend, and I was like, you know, they'll come to library together, they'll walk home together, they'll do everything together, get lunch together. At some point, me, I was like, oh, maybe, you know, no. Meanwhile, I was like, I talked to my friend, and like, I said, oh, she was like, she'll talk to him and everything. So I mean, I even thought like she was even trying to like talk to the guy, that maybe like, you know, about our relationship and stuff. But anyway, it wasn't really like a relationship, but you know, 2 months, we used to say 2 months was a relationship, but anyhow you want to judge it to, sha, yeah. So she was like, she'll tell him, and she'll talk to him and stuff, but you know, after a while they were just getting really really close. And I was like, "Ah, this closeness is too much, oh." Then I now confirmed that there was more than, I mean, then I knew there was more than it meets to the eyes. So I was like, okay, interesting. Then I was like, no, this can't be true. Don't tell me they're dating each other. Like, no, no. Like my company was like, no, she can never do this to you. Like this friend is a friend that we've been through uni, like together, like from the first year in uni. Well, she started in when I was in second, but when she was in first, we started like in the same uni and everything. Like this was a girl that my mom knows. I took her to my family knows her, and my mom literally knows all my friends when I was back in uni. So she knows, like, you know, if I'm like where, she knows where my whereabouts to be. Like I would definitely be with my friends. Like even this was a girl that when I was going to Spain, and she had accommodation issues, I even told her that, oh, she can come to my house and stay in my house, because in my house my brother doesn't stay at home when he's in uni. I wasn't at home. We had 2 bedrooms free. Like you might as well just stay in my house and go to uni, you know. And my mom had no problem with that. My mom was like, oh yeah, no problem, that's fine, she can stay here, you know. Like I went out of my way. Like I do always go out of my way for my friends. Like I do go out of my way for my friends. But when this happened, like, no, then she stayed in my house for like a couple of months, and then I think she found an accommodation, and then she moved out and stuff. And you know, I was glad I was able to help her in the point of need. So all that time I was thinking that, no, she can't betray me like this now, not after what we've been through, not because of a guy. She can't betray me, no way. So there was there I confirmed it, and I walked up to, no, he walked up to me and he was like, we are dating. And I'm like, okay. I mean, when you say things like that, man, I'm not one girl to react. Like the way I just react is the way that you just want to kill yourself. Like, in as much as I'm lovely and I'm jovial and you think I'm the nicest girl on earth, like you don't want to see the opposite of me. Like the opposite of me is really nasty, and I hate showing that side of me. But anyway, back to my story. And then I walked up and I was like, really happy for you guys. So for weeks on end, literally when they see me, they will literally run, or they will just avoid me and stuff. And I didn't say anything to them. I didn't say anything to any of the group because nobody told me anything. And it happened. It continued for months, and we're both in the same uni. I stopped going to the house, like to their house. I stopped like talking to her, because I'm like, how can you backstab me so much like this because of a guy? And then I was really really hurt. I thought I was gonna kill someone. Kind of group, we had this like let me just say, she's a mommy of the group, Sha. And she was like, she's always looking after us and everything. So she called me aside and she was like, oh, this has happened and I should forgive them. That when she heard about it, she was really upset that how can you do that to your friend, blah blah blah. That she was not like and then she said that she asked the girl, and girl was like, oh, the guy was, you know, was always coming over and they fell in love, and all this Higgy Haga story that I just don't want to even go into right now. So basically, she called me and she said, the lady called me and she was like, I should forgive them, that, you know, things happen and stuff like that. And I was like, oh. I just told that woman that right now, to forgive this kind of thing will only take the grace of God. That right now, I just don't want to have anything to do with her. I don't have anything to do with him. Until we finished uni, I never spoke to the guy. I don't think I ever spoke to the guy again. And her, I just like spoke to her because of our mutual friends we had together. But the thing is, like, and Toke Makiwa's vlog as well, that she featured her sister in, I'll link it down below. You guys should definitely check her out. Her sister was for the motion that if a guy wants to leave, a guy will leave, and Toke Makwa was like, no, a guy should not leave if he truly loves the girl. Or, yeah. And that's what brings Linda's advice back into the story as well, that if the guy wanted to leave, he's going to leave because it was never meant for you in the first place. And that is what I want to bring out of the story, that if a guy is in your life or a guy walks out from your life, whether he moves on with your best friend or a close friend or some other girl that you don't know about, it wasn't meant for you. Like, God definitely does, that guy is not the one for you. So if he's left, let him go. And like, it only took me to about the middle, like I finished uni, and it only took me till about mid last year before I finally forgave both of them of what happened. Although I don't talk to both of them regularly, but if I do see them, I'll say the occasional hi, hello, and just go my way. But I don't want that kind of friendship, because that kind of friendship is toxic. Aside from that, again, that kind of friendship made me not to trust anyone, because I felt really, really betrayed. That's why I like to keep to myself now. Like before, if you guys know me, you would know that my mom used to say that Simi Omanko Ore, like she had never seen anybody that works with, like, that makes friends so easily like me. Like I make friends so easy. I trust people so easy, and that whole incident really, really took a bad toll on me. And I was like, wow, that I just stopped trusting people. I stopped, if I know that someone was getting too close to me, I would like literally take myself away from the relationship and just be like, no, I don't want to talk to this person because this person might hurt me or something. So I had issues, and like I said, it took me to the middle of last year for me to finally forgive, for me to be able to move on and start trusting people again. And I really thank God that I'm in a really, really, like, really good relationship right now with the most amazing person on this planet. And that's just brought me to realize that, you know, what God wants for you will come at God's time. And as they say Yoruba, àsìkò Ọlọ́run òun lójú. And like they say, nǹkan téèyàn bá bò ló máa ń níyì. Like, whatever you have in a relationship, that if you cover it, it would have more esteem to people and will have more esteem to yourself as well, what you have. And that happened to me for several months, because people didn't think like I had boyfriend, everyone think I was single, even to the point that my mom thought I was single. Tell people about this guy, would the same thing happen again? You know, would a friend snatch my boyfriend, or would someone come along and take him or something? And I was just like, you know, if he's the one for me, he would stay with me. And I am actually glad that everything worked out for good. Like the Bible says, everything worked out for those who love God. And it's just been incredible, like from the way I could forgive so easy to moving into a new relationship and watching that relationship grow and watching that relationship. And you know, I just want to say, for anyone out there going through similar issues as well, just pray to God, stay firm in Him, have the spirit of forgiveness, because once you forgive, like, this toxic in your body or this toxin in your body will leave you. You will have no idea how great you feel once the toxic, like, of holding a grudge onto something, like, leaves you. So you just need to, like, release whatever you're holding against anybody. Like those two people that I was talking about in my video, they are still together today and the relationship is growing strong, and I'm really happy for them. I'm not hating on them. Like I said, I've forgiven them. I'm sure they'll probably watch this video. One of them will watch this video, and I don't really care. But like I said, I've forgiven and forgive and forget. That's what they say. So basically that's all I wanted to share with you guys for my story time. And you know, some shitty things that happens, it happens, things happen, you just gotta know how to like deal with situations. So I want to share with you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, you can share it. Feel free to share and subscribe, and leave a comment if you've had similar experiences and if you can relate to what I'm talking about, you know. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye. Mwah.